Good morning, everyone. This is Iosif, analyst at IronFX, bringing you the morning comment for the 30th of January. Disappointment in NAFTA negotiations, preparations for next round. There was disappointment at the NAFTA negotiations table yesterday, as the US delegation rejected Canadian ideas to unblock the deadlock in the North American car issue as non-functioning. They also stated that Trump's views on NAFTA are unchanged and considered as a positive fact that despite the slow progress, they have entered core issues. Mexico and Canada expressed optimism as there seems to be some common ground on a number of issues which may serve as landing zones for possible agreements in the next round of negotiations. Next round of negotiations is to be held in Mexico City starting from February 26th until March 6th. We see the case for the negotiations to linger on beyond the next round as issues may get even more complex. Currently, we also retain the opinion that the negotiations will result in a modified NAFTA agreement and not a total dismissal as stakes are too high, even for the US side. Such a scenario could imply that the US may ultimately have to make some concessions on its side as well. The USD CAD moved in a sideways manner as forecasted yesterday, staying mostly below but close to the 1.2350 resistance line. We see the case for the pair to enter a bullish market as the US fundamental news and financial data to be released today could support the US dollar. Should the bears take the reins on the pair's direction, we could see it breaking the 1.2250 support line and aim for the 1.21 support level. Should the bulls take the driver's seat, we expect the pair to break the 1.2350 resistance line and maybe even break the 1.2450 resistance zone. Theresa May under fire over Brexit. As media reports suggest, House of Lords members commented that there are fundamental flaws in the Brexit law. The criticism concentrated on the fact that ministers receive overly broad powers to correct deficiencies as EU law turns into UK law, and this could be unconstitutional. On other news, EU negotiator Barnier stated that the UK risks losing benefits of about 750 international agreements as it exits the EU in March 2019. Also, EU officials seem rather frustrated as May's government seems undecided as to what kind of Brexit it actually wants. In the short term, we see the political risks for the UK on the rise, and any further headlines showing the difficulties of Brexit and the inner UK political stage could weaken the GBP. Cable posted losses yesterday, breaking the upward trend line which it had since the 11th of January, however remained above the 1.4040 support line. We see the case for the pair to continue to trade in a bearish market, as the US fundamental news and data releases are expected to support the US dollar and UK Brexit news may weaken the British pound. Should the pair come under selling interest, we could see it breaking the 1.4040 support line and even the 1.3875 support barrier. On the other hand, should the pair come under buying interest, it could break the 1.4175 resistance line and however slightly above it. As for today's other economic highlights, during the European morning we get the Eurozone's preliminary GDP figure for Q4 and Germany's preliminary HICP for January. Later on, we get the US Consumer Confidence Indicator, which is expected to rise and support the US dollar. As for speakers, ECB policymaker Villeroy de Galau, Bank of England Governor Mark Carney, and ECB board member Yves Mersch speak. We would like to give a small heads up for President Trump's State of the Union speech tomorrow. There seems to be some focus of the market on the speech, and it could have an impact on the greenback, so be on alert about the issue. For more information, please read the full comment on IronFX.com or download our app and get all the information you need to trade. Also, you can follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook, subscribe to our YouTube channel or circle us on Google Plus to get more trading ideas. This is Iosif, analyst at IronFX, wishing you solid trading.